Kia ora tātou, good morning everyone. Welcome to this July Council meeting. And I will ask Councillor McGregor to take us through the prayer, please. Excuse me. Right, apologies for this meeting. Councillor Curtin has a bereavement in his family, so he can't make it today. And of course, Councillor Gilbertson's on leave of absence. So would someone like to move?
Councillor Scott for lateness.
Oh, and Councillor Scott for lateness. Thank you. Happy to move. Seconder, thank you. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary, no. Carried. Okay, we have in notices, I have a late item here, which, where are we? Which is a decision item to appoint a councillor to the Turaikuri Ahuriri Ngāraroro Karamu Tank Stakeholder Group. Did you like that? Is someone happy to move that we accept that as a late item? Councillor Rose accepts that. We have a seconder, Councillor McGregor. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary, no. Carried. And the only other notice I had was the workshop that was to be held at the end of this meeting is no longer happening today. We're waiting for further information. Any other notices? No, just there's more information pending. Yeah. Any other notices? Thank you. Conflict of interest declarations. What's happened there? Any conflict of interest declarations today? Right, the minutes of the 26th of June. Here somewhere. Thank you. Right. A quick check for accuracy. Page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, page 10, page 11 and 12. Someone happy to move that they be accepted as a true and correct record? Councillor McGregor, seconded Councillor Douglas. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary, no. Carried. Matters arising from those minutes. Okay, thank you. General business items for this meeting today.
Hearing liaison.
Hang on. Get the right page open here. Yes.
Leave.
Pardon me?
Leave.
Leave. Okay, thank you. Right, action items. Ms. Lambert.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, councillors. Action items, I'll just go down that list there. The first was the details of species of plantings at Waihapua and their commercial viability. That was sent out via email to you from Campbell Leakey on the 11th of July. The report
Mr. Chairman, in regard to that item and the email, thanks for sending it out. I know next to nothing about forestry, but there were 6 species there indicated as commercial. I guess my question is, we know radiata's commercial. How commercial are the others?
If you cast your mind back to when it was originally planted, a lot of them were planted on the basis of carbon. We will be looking at whether or not other regimes are appropriate over the rest of this year, and hope to bring back a sort of detailed report to you probably November, in terms of ongoing management regimes, because if you're managing for carbon, it is a very different management regime than timber, and we need to be clear on where we're going forward.
Well, I'm pleased to hear that. Well, I have mixed feelings about hearing that. But what you're saying is that a number of those species were commercial based on carbon.
Based on carbon, yes. Yeah.
Like the eucalypts and so on.
Yes, yep.
But my understanding is that they're not, in terms of lumber and so on, they're not really commercial.
Not in today's environment, but we're probably not looking at today's environment. Well, we're certainly not for harvesting. So, yeah, we need to have a long-term look forward and determine just how best to manage those species.
And when would you be bringing that report back?
Aiming for November.
Thank you.
Just in following on from that, Mr. Adey, we're probably well overdue for a field trip up there too, aren't we? So the new council, I would suggest, would be if you could, in case you've got a whole lot of new faces to look at, if you could tuck that away perhaps for March next year, a trip up there to quantify it again would be useful. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Next item, again, Mr. Adey, is a report on open spaces, and that's coming through as a paper for your consideration to the August meeting of the Environment and Services Committee. You've asked for a regular update on requests received under the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act. The first of those papers is attached as agenda item 11 on this agenda. So we just, perhaps when we get to that item, just perhaps get your feedback on if it's how you envisaged it being presented, if there's any further information you require, if there's too much information there or quite what, but we'll start off with that this month. Following the presentation from Mr. Heaney on HeatSmart, there was a request that an update on health benefit statistics be made available. That was sent up to councillors earlier this week, or late last week, I beg your pardon. And once there's an updated health and air pollution in New Zealand study, a paper will be brought back to council. Water metering, the future reports to include the percentages done. That will be carried through to the next significant initiatives council paper, which is due for the 25th of September council meeting. And finally, a request around the current amount of rates outstanding on Māori land and multiple party ownership. Mr. Drury sent an email out to you on the 3rd of July, and there'll be an update on rates and rates issues to the next meeting of council.
Thank you. Questions? Councillor Rem as well.
Oh, sorry, there's one over the page as well. Sorry. I don't have a comment on the landscaping of the Ops Group site as viewed from the Napier Hastings Expressway.
That'll stay there as an action item.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably a Graham Hanson rather than me. But yeah, I'll catch up with him once he's back on deck.
He's under the weather. Councillor Remerswell.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I wonder if these 3 emails that have been sent to councillors, if council could really consider that they are part of council business, they are asked for within council meetings, and if they are just emailed purely to councillors, then they're not on the public record, that information which is requested in public. So how would council feel about if that information was added to the agenda of this agenda paper so that it could be accessible by the public, etc.?
We can append those emails to the action item. That's fine. Yeah, no problem.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Other questions?
On the other hand, would you want to be appending that thing on clean heat, which was that thing?
Well, if it's requested by council, yes, we would.
Fair enough. Well, I found the executive summary quite adequate.
Mr. Chair, as far as that goes, if the information is available online, then it's not a matter of having to print out a whole lot of, bookends, because most of the public don't actually get hard copies of the agendas, do they?
I think that's a solution. Right there, though, have it online. Any other questions in relation to this paper? Someone happy to move that we accept this report? Councillor Rose, thank you. Seconded. Councillor McGregor. All those in favour, please say aye. Contrary, no. Carried. Thank you. Fixing the common seal. Hang on, have I got that right? Any questions?
The question I just have, Mr. Chairman, is around the creation of the new lease. That's a leasehold property, is it, Mr. Lambert?
Yes, one party has freehold and the other party is the leaseholder, and that's a lease for 15 years.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Happy to move the
agenda
item.
Add a question?
Well, yeah, just clarification. The agreements for sale and purchase are between independent parties. They're not freeholders of the council.
Yes, yes, Councillor, they're between the lessees and us. Yeah.
No, between the lessees and us.
Yes.
So there are 4 further freeholdings.
Yes. The freeholdings continue. Yeah.
Are you happy to second that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll put that motion, and all those in favour, please say aye. Contrary, no. Carried. Right. Monthly work plan looking forward. Page 9. Ms. Lambert.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You'll see this is a lot briefer than usual, and this is mainly due to the absence of the resource management update in it. But we have been attempting to refine it a bit more to rather than it being a monthly report on what's been done, to actually focus on looking forward. So as usual with this paper, I'll just take it as read and we'll take questions.
Could I ask Mr. Adey if he could give us perhaps a verbal update on the Macra rejuvenation of the Macra Dam? Has anything happened other than what's printed here in the report?
Some
actual things happened?
No. We're in the detailed design tender document preparation phase. Yes, there'll be a little bit of site investigation works to confirm borrow areas, but other than that, we're expecting that towards the end of August we will be have a large part of that complete.
It will go out for tender at the end of August. That's what you're hoping to do?
I think
that's a month away.
I haven't quite got up to speed with that, but
that's your anticipation.
It was during September that we were anticipating tendering, so I don't think by the end of August, but probably early September.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Councillor Rose, you'll see when we get to the Chairman's report that I've been speaking to Gary Clode, and I'm interested in this next month. One of my priorities going ahead to make sure that I'm up to speed with where we're at with the design stuff before it goes out to tenders. So, and I suspect all councillors would like that information.
We'll share that view, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah. On this one, Mr. Chairman, how much accommodation is involved with the landowners? Do they have to make managerial concessions while no doubt they will to some extent, but what's the situation in terms of the landowners having to cooperate in the process throughout construction?